What's going on, family? Shabbat Shalom to the home team. I got another one for y'all. This will probably be my last one till I get done with Dragons in America Part 59. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Let's cook, man. We're going to let Hawah sort them out. We just going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Keep staying in check, searching for the Melchizedek. Hawah.
Chapter 44. Yet know hear, O Jacob my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob my servant, and thou, Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring. And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses. One shall say, I am the Lord. And another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first, and I am the last, and beside me there is no God.
Man, somebody out here done pissed God off to the highest point of festivity. Yeah. People talking about cloud seeding. No, the more I look at this, I think somebody pissed God off to the highest point of festivity. The question is, which one of y'all done pissed God off?
So in a sense, we're already living under a moderate rule of the Antichrist in that telling. Do you think God is in control of history?
Man, this is again like I think that there's always room for human freedom and human choice. These things are, or at least where we are today, these things are, they're not, they're not absolutely predetermined one way or another.
Right. But God wouldn't leave us forever under the rule of a mild, moderate, stagnationist Antichrist, right? That can't be how the story ends, right?
It's attributing too much causation to God.
That means that there's a ton of water up there that's just going to waste that you can bring down. So certain clouds that aren't naturally precipitating or that aren't very efficiently precipitating, you can identify those with radar. You can measure that there's liquid in them that isn't coming down, fly a drone up into them, disperse a material that freezes the liquid in the cloud. And we can talk about what that material is later, but disperse a material that freezes the liquid in the cloud into big, heavy snowflakes that become heavy enough to fall down. And if it's warm beneath the cloud, melt into rain. If it's cold, stay as snow.
Cloud seeding has to do with the fact that water droplets or ice crystals need something to form onto. And I want you to think about maybe if you were taking a steamy shower. When you're done, the walls of the bathroom are wet.
Will you ignorant niggas please shut the hell up?
They call him the Rainmaker.
Rain this way. That's what all the scrippers say.
Now he's blasting suggestions that his company may be linked to the catastrophic Texas floods.
Rain man, go away. That's what all these haters say.
Cloud seeding had nothing to do with the remnants of Tropical Storm Barry that caused flooding in Texas.
Augustus Dorico's
coming to work. Joe Dirte.
Don't try and church it up, son. Don't you mean Joe Dirt? Naming you that, your daddy must have really hated you.
Dorico rejects the idea that the Texas floods may be connected to his rainmaking operations.
I'm a rain man, and I can make it rain. Yeah. I make it thunderstorm. I make it hurricane.
Is cloud seeding capable of creating these kinds of floods?
Tropical Storm Barry precipitated trillions of gallons over Texas. That is about 1 million times larger than what cloud seeding is even capable of.
I'm a rain man, and I can make it rain.
Explain the science, like what is cloud seeding, first off, and how is it being used in Texas?
Yeah, so cloud seeding is really this idea for farmers of like, hey, there's some moisture up there in the clouds. Is there a way that we can get it out of the clouds down here to the surface to help farmers? Because water vapor that's in the air needs something to grab onto.
And by doing what they do is they put in a little silver iodide, and they typically fly a plane up there that shoots it into the clouds in the hopes that there'll be more condensation nuclei, heavier condensing within that cloud, heavy enough to where it gets to rain, or at least rain more. And typically what we found is that a cloud that can precipitate will squeeze another 10 to 20% more rain out if we cloud seed.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Let's see some clouds. Look at this. So I flip this to L2, and then I bring this to 1, and fire. Now look at that. Fire. 6. Fire. 9. Fire. Okay, vertical.
Even if this technology works, it only works when there's already rain in the forecast.
If we were able to create a cloud out of nowhere, there would be no drought. So this is definitely rain enhancement.
Every good and fun down by the river story has been replaced with the horrors they've witnessed.
I'm gonna lay down my burdens now. Lay down my burdens. Say I ain't. Now I'm on. No more. I'm going down to the river.
People clinging to trees, to mattresses, to pillars, to hope.
We just held on for a couple more hours.
My parents are deceased, and I said, Mom, Dad, God, help.
We saw all of like the other camps destroyed, like obliterated.
Remember these, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. I have formed thee, thou art my servant. O Israel, thou shalt not be forgotten of me. I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions, and as a cloud thy sins. Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee. Sing, O ye heavens, for the Lord hath done it. Shout, ye lower parts of the earth. Break forth into singing, ye mountains, O forest, and every tree therein. For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and glorified himself in Israel.
Everywhere I go, there's an angel there. There's an angel there. Everywhere I go, there's an angel there. There's an angel there. Everywhere I go, there's an angel there. There's an angel there. Ooh, 'cause my God, He never leaves me alone. He never leaves me alone. He'll never leave me alone.
Thus saith the Lord thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself, that frustrateth the tokens of the liars, and maketh diviners mad, that turneth wise men backward, and maketh their knowledge foolish.
I am the world's highest IQ record holder, Young-Hoon Kim. I say this not just with human logic, but with a divine revelation. Jesus Christ will return in our generation. This is a truth revealed to me by God the Father and the Holy Spirit. I have received grace not only through faith, but through the gift of the world's highest IQ score and record. My intelligence is not for me. It is a sign from God, a gift to testify to His truth. And it is the evidence that I have been commissioned to see what others ignore and speak what others fear.
This is the Antichrist. Islam will eventually rule the entire earth, every nation. It is not a religion of proposition, it is a religion of imposition. Convert or die. It's jihad. Wherever Islam gets a foothold, it becomes a stronghold. This is why they keep having children, moving into nations, and having lots of children, while Westerners castrate their children and abort their babies. They have the long view of things. If we can just get people into the future, we can rule the future. And the goal ultimately is twofold, that when they bring complete and total domination of the world, they will rule with an iron fist. It'll bring about a peace that will then allow a king to rise up and rule the world as his kingdom, their king. This is
Everybody keeps sending me these guys' videos asking me to do a response video to it. This guy is claiming to be the Mahdi. For those of you that watch my videos, you know for so long I've been teaching on the Mahdi being our biblical Antichrist. So let's take a look and then I'm going to respond.
The Mahdi has appeared in order to invite people to a final covenant with God. And the Quran said, "We never punish until we have sent a messenger. And I am that messenger. I am a messenger to the Muslims from Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam. I am a messenger to the Christians from Jesus, the son of Mary."
Not only has he said that, but he also said this.
"Now, O Christians in the East and the West, hear me and obey. I am a messenger sent to you from Jesus Christ alayhi salam. Paul is false and led you astray. The church is corrupt and no longer upholds the law of God, nor does it defend the oppressed. The papacy has been stolen and the rightful heir has been pushed aside. There is no one else but me that you are obliged to obey. May God be a witness that I have proclaimed."
I'll put it this: he could be someone who formerly was a follower of Islam, but when he comes and declares that he's God, he can't be Islamic anymore. So I don't think he can be someone who professes to be a follower of Islam. He really can't be anyone who's a follower of any religion, because he's going to profess that he is God, sit in the temple of God and declare that he is God. So, he can't be someone who, at the time he says these things, is a follower of Islam. That would be the height of blasphemy. So I think that's a huge problem for that view.
Yeah.
Apollo does not have dominion on the earth now. He's physically imprisoned until they unlock him.
Is he one of the angels from like Jude 1:7, I think?
He's not an angel. He is a man who became another thing. He goes by Dionysus. He goes by a lot of different names. Remember, Yahweh's weapon at Babel, they built a great city, which was the throne of Satan, the Eye of Ra, physical city, that he would ascend into the heavens with and live as Mount Olympus, we call it in other mythology. Physically live in the sky in a cloaked city. That's his city in the sky that you'll see referenced all over, like the Death Star that's going to come back when the Father casts him down to the earth. Woe to you, inhabitants of the earth, because the God of this age has come down. The dragon's come down and he has great wrath. He's only got 42 months.
The Bible's Antichrist is going to be a Muslim. This is really interesting. Why is this the case? Because in Muslim theology, there is a prophesied leader called Mahdi who's going to come. He's going to make a peace treaty with Israel and with many for 7 years. He is going to rule from the temple in Jerusalem, and he is going to set up his kingdom there. And then he is going to institute Islam as the world religion. Those are exactly things the Bible prophesies about the Antichrist coming. So the Muslims' Messiah is the Bible's Antichrist.
And we have the Muslims who've been waiting for 1,400 years for the coming of their Mahdi. And we're giving glad tidings on this day that the Mahdi has appeared. And we are the only people on the face of the earth that have the 12th Imam, Muhammad ibn Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam, with us. And he's the one who sent me forward, and he sent Ahmad al-Hassan alayhi salam forward to proclaim and to give glad tidings and to pave the way and to preach the true religion of God, and that is the supremacy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Have you ever heard of the Rebbe?
No.
So this man started this sect of Orthodox Judaism. So this man was the rabbi. He became a mentor of Netanyahu, Israel's U.S. ambassador, in 1984. The Rebbe was speaking to Netanyahu, and he said, since we last met, many things have progressed. What hasn't changed, however, is that the Messiah still hasn't come. So do something to hasten his coming. A couple years later, he told Netanyahu that he would one day become prime minister of Israel and be the nation's last leader before handing the scepter to the Messiah. 2009, became prime minister and was elected out in 2021. But then a few months later, he was reinstated. This time, he fully aligned himself with the ultra-Orthodox and the Zionists. A lot of them are very anti-Palestinian residing within Israel. If we're talking about the temple being rebuilt, the Muslims having claim of the Dome of the Rock on the Temple Mount, the Zionist party wants that out of there. Netanyahu has definitely aligned himself with the Zionist party.
And if it gets touched, war.
Yes.
99% of all of Islam is wrong in that time. And for that reason, the narrations state that the Mahdi brings back Islam again. He reinstates it. And you can't reinstate something unless it was lost. The narrations state that Islam started as something strange and it would return to something strange. So it would seem just as strange as Islam did when it first appeared to those who were worshiping sticks and stones.